You know how it is. You're scrolling through those kitchen hack videos and they look so cool, but you just know they'd be totally impractical in a real kitchen. Well, today we're doing things a little differently. I'm gonna share some of my favorite, actually useful tricks that will genuinely make a difference. We're talking less time cleaning, cutting down on food waste, and spending more time just enjoying your food. So here's the game plan. We're gonna break this down into 5 parts. First, we'll dive into some simple shortcuts to level up your cooking. Then, we'll make cleanup feel like less of a chore. After that, I've got some smart storage ideas to save you money and cut down on waste. We'll even cover a few super easy tricks to make your food look incredible. And we'll finish everything off with a little lightning round of pro tips. You ready? Let's get into it.
First up, cooking shortcuts. These are all about solving those tiny, annoying problems that can make cooking feel like a drag. The goal here is to get amazing results with way less effort.
We've all been there. That moment when the hot oil just starts spitting and popping everywhere. It's messy, it's a little bit scary, and honestly, it kind of ruins the fun of cooking. This first hack is gonna stop that from ever happening again. It's a super simple 2-step fix. First thing to remember, water and hot oil are mortal enemies. So by patting those potatoes completely dry, you're getting rid of the #1 cause of splattering. Then, that little pinch of salt in the oil, it just helps absorb any tiny bit of moisture that's left. Less moisture means less splatter. It's really that easy. Okay, this next one is a total game changer for anyone who loves a good fried egg. Just look at the difference here. By cracking your egg into a fine mesh sieve before it even hits the pan, you drain off all that thin, watery part of the egg white. And the result? A perfect, compact, beautiful, restaurant-quality egg every single time. No more messy, sprawling eggs taking over your whole pan. All right, let's move on to a technique for cooking chicken. And I'll be honest, it looks almost too simple to actually work, but the results are just mind-blowing. It guarantees a perfect cook every time. The secret here is all about gentle residual heat. You're only actually boiling it for 5 minutes. After that, you kill the heat and just let the hot water do all the work. This slow, gentle cooking process prevents the chicken from seizing up and drying out, leaving you with the most unbelievably tender and juicy chicken breast you've ever had. Seriously, you have to try this one. All right, we're switching gears from cooking to cleaning. And these are some of my favorite hacks because, let's face it, nobody loves scrubbing. These tricks tackle the toughest jobs without all the elbow grease. A slow-moving kitchen drain is such a pain, and it's usually the reason for any funky smells in the kitchen. Most of us either reach for those harsh chemical cleaners or just kind of ignore it. But there's a much better, more natural way to handle it. This is like a mini science experiment right in your sink. The baking soda and vinegar react to create this fizzing action that just works its way through the clog, breaking down all the grease and gunk. The dish soap gives it an extra boost to cut through that grime. Just let it sit overnight and it does all the hard work for you. I absolutely love that philosophy. And this next hack is the perfect example of it. We're gonna talk about one of the most annoying appliances to clean, the air fryer. Seriously, instead of trying to scrub all that baked-on grease from the basket, just let the machine clean itself. Put some water in there with a few drops of dish soap, then run it on a high temperature. The steam that builds up inside loosens everything, so all you have to do at the end is give it a quick rinse and a wipe. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, now let's talk about being a little smarter with our food storage. These next few tips are all about making your groceries last longer, which is great for your wallet and for the planet. Oh, it's the most frustrating cycle, right? You buy all this beautiful, fresh produce with the best of intentions, and then a few days later, it's all wilted and slimy. If you're cooking even just a couple of times a week, solving this problem can save you a surprising amount of time and money. So the main culprit here is moisture. Simple as that. Too much moisture makes your greens and veggies rot really fast. But by simply lining your crisper drawer with a few paper towels, you soak up all that extra condensation. This can extend the life of your produce by days, sometimes even a full week or more. Now, this is a fantastic zero-waste idea that literally turns something most of us see as trash into a delicious treasure. I'm talking about vegetable peels. Don't you dare throw those peels away. Give them a good wash, toss them with a tiny bit of oil and your favorite seasonings, salt, pepper, maybe some paprika, whatever you like. Pop them in the air fryer for about 15 minutes, and they turn into these amazingly crispy, flavorful chips. It's a snack that's basically free, totally delicious, and cuts down on your food waste. What's not to love? You know the saying, we eat with our eyes first? And it's so true. Presentation can totally change the way a meal feels. These next couple of hacks are ridiculously simple ways to make your everyday food look like it came from a fancy restaurant. You do not need fancy knife skills for this one, I promise. Just take a regular vegetable peeler and run it all the way down the length of a carrot. It creates these delicate, pretty ribbons that you can toss on top of a salad, a soup, or any main dish. It adds color, a little bit of texture, and just a touch of elegance in literally seconds. This is a classic restaurant plating trick that is so easy to do at home. Some people call it a rice volcano. That small bowl in the middle creates a perfect mold, giving you this beautiful dome of rice with a hollow center. Then you can fill that center with your main course, like a stir fry or a curry. It just instantly makes the whole plate look cleaner and way more professional. To wrap things up, let's hit our final section, a little bonus round of quick fire pro tips. These are 5 small but really powerful habits you can start using in your kitchen today. All right, let's run through these fast. A tiny splash of vinegar in your rice water? It makes the grains amazingly white and fluffy. Want to caramelize onions in half the time? A little pinch of baking soda is your secret weapon. For safety, always put a damp paper towel under your cutting board to stop it from slipping around. That's a huge pro tip. Got some sad wilted greens? A quick shock in some ice water will bring them right back to life. And finally, before you measure out honey, just dip your spoon in a little oil first. The honey will slide right off. See? Small changes, big impact.
And really, that's what this is all about, isn't it? You don't have to be some professional chef to actually enjoy cooking. It's about finding those little clever changes that take away the frustration and bring back the fun. When cooking is easier and cleaning is faster, you just have more mental space to be creative and enjoy the whole process.
Wow, okay, we have covered a lot of ground today, everything from perfect chicken to making chips out of peels. The best way to make these tips stick is to not get overwhelmed. Just pick one. Which one really stood out to you? Give it a try this week and just see how one small change can make a really big difference in your kitchen.